We're going to come back. It'll be renamed Matthew
Front
Craig
office.
Street Studios.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
What is up?
Episode 34, the last one of the year.
The finale, if you will, of 2021.
That is right. It's been a roller coaster of a year. We're back free out of lockdowns. Coming into summer, we're going to have a wrap up of everything that we still managed to do, even though we were in and out of lockdowns for most of this year.
Obviously, big thank you goes out to everyone that's kind of stuck with us and, been around the place and,
continues to
all
come
that
in.
sort of stuff.
Furious George, who always jam here. Ben Witowski's always coming through. All we need. Riffers Dan.
Heaps of dudes. It's just been a pretty sick year. Like, apart from everything that was shit, there's been heaps of really cool things that have happened.
Between You and Me's album got released, which was recorded last year. It was awesome to see that process kind of from the album being recorded, done. Then, obviously it takes time in the back end before it gets released. But then once you see it out, and they're getting the recognition now, and their tours coming out, and they're selling out shows. Like, it's really cool to see that whole process go from inception to playing live shows off the album.
Yep.
And that was a Triple J feature album recorded here. And then you have on the other foot, like Hip Hop Lane that we do here as well. HP Boys get their first plaques. We got our first plaques on the wall.
Yep.
It shows the scope of shit that goes on here at Market Street. It's really dope. Like, it's not just one lane or one genre or one sound. We're really kicking goals across multiple fields.
Yep.
We had the first session with Multicultural Arts Victoria and Titan in the Off the Grid program. That was awesome at the start of the year.
4-day program where basically just a whole bunch of producers, rappers, singers, anything really, they came through, and this was the place for 4 days where they got to experiment and write music and record full songs. And
that was the energy of having like multiple rooms all set up, producers in each, artists going from each. There was just that energy where you can't fake it. Like, you can't pretend like that's happening.
Yeah. No. And what that's evolved into now with the High Demand
High Demand, yep.
Taking out a room now.
Permanent residency.
Well, that's the thing. Our residency is full.
Yep, we're back.
It has been for months and months, which is crazy. Like, that's so sick.
Shout out to all our residents who made
100%. All of this High Demand in there. We've just had Oliver moved in. We've got Riffers Dan in there. We've got $80 Real Music. We've got Jay Sardu's in for a long time. He just moved out. Kid Keeks has moved in there. We got London Topaz.
Little Beetle.
And Little Beetle, yes, 100%. Bailey, the man. And then also even on $80 front, you guys had the first external music collaboration with TikTok worldwide.
Yeah.
Came not only from Australia, but from fucking $80.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to be able to collaborate with TikTok. First time they've ever done that externally with anyone in the world, and they took a punt on what we're doing. It was cool.
Yep.
Great response from the community to showcase, Australian emerging artists in hip hop and R&B.
And they weren't the only people to take a punt on AU dollars.
Yeah, shout out to Triple J as well. Junior and I hosted a couple of episodes back in July.
Yep.
Again, a lot of fun. To bring $80 back to what it was originally as a radio show, but to go to a national platform was cool. To play some artists for the first time ever on national radio. That was just super exciting to have guys like Posse Shot and 66 Records come through and be on Triple J and tell their story. I thought it was a really exciting opportunity and not something I'll forget anytime soon, that's for sure.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep. They were awesome.
I've been busy.
Yep.
I counted this morning 36 different releases.
Nice, I saw that.
I was a part of this year. And again, thank you to all those artists that trust me with their music. It's pretty crazy that I get to do this at all. You know what I mean? Like, it's sick. So thank you to all those artists that have come through, or online or whatever.
Yep.
It's pretty sick.
And the other big change to the staff lineup is we've had Miguel join us in person.
Michael Lack,
You have
Flacker.
to edit your face in here somewhere, bro. But cheers.
And for everyone who follows the socials, they'll obviously know who he is. For people who have followed us since back in the day, they'll know him because he was around when we actually built this fucking joint.
We need more skits, though, by the way, Clacker. We need to get your skits back in action on the Instagram.
There's a few in the vault there. We could bring up some of the old ones. For the old fans, they'll remember his chickpea review. I believe it was Chickpea Tuesdays. He reviewed the chickpeas he was eating for lunch.
Or most people's personal favourite, the Wrecking Ball.
The Wrecking Ball was good, yep.
That's a great one.
Yep. But yeah, as people would see, he was off. He basically helped us build this joint at the very start, 4 years ago. Then went over to Vietnam to
live for a year and a half.
To hone his skills as a videographer, to throw himself into life and different situations. which he certainly did for those who have spoken to him about his adventures. And then in March, he came back and joined the team full time. So he's been back here ever since. That's why a lot of the video and online content, cheers Miguel, looks a lot better. That's why we've now have these other content bits with multiple cameras set up, is because the man behind it is Michael Lack.
Yeah, the king.
So we've got him back in the team.
Watch out 2022. He's coming for you.
Love it. Marshall, you went on a tour with between you and me earlier in the year.
Part of the tour.
Half a tour.
Yeah.
Canned, but...
Was that this year?
Yeah.
That was this year.
Wasn't it? Oh no, that was last year.
That was last year.
That was the start of COVID.
Jesus.
That was 2020.
COVID's been
It
2
shows how
years.
COVID just blends everything together.
Yeah, COVID.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
But then, what else have we done?
Brandon Stone's listening party right at the top of the year.
That was
cool.
awesome.
Hosting a listening party here.
Yep.
Right in this area. That was a lot of fun.
If you want a listening party, inquire within.
Yeah. A few little events and that we've had since opening up back out of lockdown have been awesome. Just
Yep.
the community coming through, people linking again in person.
Yep.
You can really feel the energies coming back
Yeah.
to Marshall Street.
Yeah, absolutely. I think like just being in this place, like you see like people move in and straight away they're having conversations with different people that they wouldn't have normally had, you know, and it's crazy to see like I did a mix lesson yesterday with Jemmy Beats, and he has met so many people. He's only come through like 3 or 4 times, but just like the networking that naturally occurs just from being in this place is crazy. So
yeah, even at the party we had last week, like that later in the night was sick because all the residents who came, they all just went back into their studios and kept cooking up beats, and there was like Keeks was rolling into Beatles' room, and then Bales was cruising into his, and it was just that musical creative community that, you know, on paper is what we want to achieve. And I think a lot of people use the word culture and community as things they aspire to build, but there's intent. Like, you don't just put a pool table somewhere and you have culture. So it's like when you see stuff like that in those nights in action, like they're just super. They're the ones that get me
it's
excited
that instant
again.
feedback of
And you're like, this is cool. It's an environment for them to be able to create, to go and fuck with other people who they wouldn't usually have working next door to them. To be able to walk out of your room into theirs, see a different workflow, meet different musicians. Like, man, that's just how you grow. It's awesome to be a part of, let alone that we get to facilitate it.
Yep, absolutely. And looking forward to 2022.
Yeah.
So what's more run at it would be nice.
True. If we can have a full year out of lockdown, imagine that.
What we can do, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Pretty exciting.
Well, even on the surface, what have we got? I'm going to be out of here for a little bit, joining Biam back on their North America Canada tour.
Yep.
I'm going to be stealing Clack as well for a little bit. He's going to be coming over and documenting that.
I'm going to be the big dog.
Matthew Craig. We're going to come back. It'll be renamed Matthew
Front
Craig
office.
Street Studios.
Yeah, I think it's got a nice ring to it, don't you think? I'm down with that.
Yeah,
nice.
so,
Just more recordings, more artists coming through.
Yep.
Obviously, stuff that have been recording and mixing this year is due to come out. There's a whole bunch of different artists that I've been working with. So.
and
Can't
tonight
wait to
we've
see
got
that.
all we need.
All We Need and Rivers Den.
Yep.
Rivers Den debut gig.
Nice.
So we'll let
Whole
you know
lot of
how
love.
that goes.
Get down.
Yep.
Keep an eye on the socials.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even trivia, here's some trivia for everyone playing at home.
Okay.
Last time All We Need played at Whole Lot of Love, I went down. It was stinking hot. It was one of the fire benefit gigs.
Yep.
That
Repeat script played as well.
Yep, that's why I went down.
Yep.
It was the first time I've been there. Bassie was there, and that's when I first asked him or floated the idea if I could tour manage between you and me.
That's how long ago it was.
And then here we are, coming up to two US tours later.
Yep.
So it all starts with that seed.
Yep, absolutely.
It's good.
Maddie, what do you got on for next year?
On a personal note, I'm finally going to drop my tape early next year.
Ooh,
Nice.
shit.
Volume 1 will be out, I think, February.
Also,
Pass the lighter,
the video
volume one.
the video you just dropped with Buddy Ryan as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
just-
yeah.
Fucking sick.
Yeah,
crazy.
we're coming up. Me and Buddy been working hard, so I'm excited to just drop heaps of music next year. $80 will keep leveling up, more interviews. Now that events and festivals are back, I'll be on the ground doing stuff out there. We're going to do some stuff out in the community. Just keep building, keep a close eye.
Get $80 on a national radio show.
Or something like that. We'll see. I think that could be in the future plans.
It should be on the works. It should be where it goes down, we'd think.
Yeah. We'll look back on this
Stay
in
tuned.
2022's review, and we'll be laughing at what we said here for sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
There's also Beyond the City is coming up, run by Untitled, that again, me and Miguel will be covering, doing some photos and videos there for.
Yeah.
It's awesome just to have events, full-scale events back. You know, this half the year. I mean, if you'd asked me in July, August,
If we'd have
at
anything,
full
yeah.
scale, like Sydney My events, be like, no way.
Yeah, so it's
So,
cool
you know,
it's come
it is
back.
good just to appreciate that we do have full capacity events back. We're coming into summer. Artists can actually tour, can make some fucking money back. So, you know, it's not all bad. There's
not all
positives
doom
out
and
there.
gloom.
That's right.
No,
You got to look
so-
in the positive side of things.
Yep, absolutely. Now, if you think we've missed anything from this year, make
Yep.
sure you jump in the comments, drop some comments, and share this around if you've been mentioned as well.
Yep.
And stay tuned for what's to come next year. But again, thank you for this year. It's
Yep.
been crazy. Big respect for everyone that's come through and,
Yep.
and you know, interacted. And
Keep
all that
doing
sort
it.
of stuff.
Stay golden. Stay creating. Stay well. And we'll see you all here next year to continue the same shenanigans.
Bye.
Peace. Sweet wave, bro.
Can't change up. My team too real, so we stay up. Yeah, this is our year. Can't change up. My team too real.